And here we are again. Happy February week 4, my friends. I am so excited to get started with you in our weekly planning. And I feel so sad because I was not able to share my last week planning. We had Monday off for President's Day, and we ended up spending the weekend at East Texas. We went to go visit some of the exciting places in Dallas. And if you saw my previous video for the week 2, you know exactly where I went. But it took a lot of time to just kind of get reorganized. Obviously, with a toddler, it is not always an easy task. But this week, we are getting back into the groove. We are rescheduling some of the items that we had for last week, and we're also adding my favorite, our hourly planning and the events that I have. So I know that we are getting started with March this week, but we are still in February, so I'm calling it February week 4. So I will actually take some time to also jot down my monthly March events. And then for my next video, I'll kind of show you what I'm thinking about my goals for the month, which I'll do this week. But I want to take some time to just internalize what I really want to set myself up for, and also do a review of my February goals. Which ones did I meet? Which ones did I not meet? As you know, I have 4 different areas that I like to analyze. That is my home goals, my financial goals, professional work goals, and then also just some personal goals that I like to set for myself. So starting this week, we are getting back into the groove, as I mentioned, with work. I actually am working on a couple of dashboards that have a deadline by the end of this month, which means we have 2 days to kind of get those up and running. And then I just finished another dashboard, and I'm beta testing those 2 dashboards actually. So we ended up creating a retention dashboard, which you'll see there on my calendar. I am updating that on a daily basis. Currently, I'm checking to see if there are any errors and just ensuring that, we do have everything correct for the beta testing. And then I also, we created a candidate experience survey, which is analyzing our hiring process and just making sure that we are equitable when we are, recruiting and interviewing our candidates that apply to our organization. And so that one is also being beta tested. I'm pending to receive feedback for that dashboard. And I know there were a couple of changes that we needed to do, but I haven't been able to meet with the stakeholders. So that is what we have going on this week. And we are adding our morning routines, evening routines, and then my favorite part, adding in all of the cute little stickers that I have. And trust me, it has been a difficult month. I know that I will need to restock pretty soon, but I'm a little bit nervous because I tend to spend well over my budget when it comes to planning stickers, and I'm trying to do my best to just use the ones that I have. So yeah, that is what we have here. A couple of things to note for this week. I have 2 different companies or organizations that I'm doing social media management. And so you might have already seen that since the beginning of this month. There's one where I'm working with a political campaign, and then one for my local church. And obviously, that does not take a lot of time from my end, but I do need to plan and create the content for what we have. especially when we are working on setting up a lot of the events that are upcoming. For the most part, the political campaign, I do not have to worry about that social media management too much. The content is pretty much given to me, and then I just create the wording content and just making sure that we add important information when sharing on social media. But for the church, which is my local church that I attend, I do create a lot of the content. I take photography for that, create the flyers and events. And so that has been time consuming, but honestly, it has been the most peaceful and just honestly joyful job that I've had in a while. One, because I'm able to control, I have the authority to just put what I feel is necessary on our social media. And I just got some great news, but I'm also going to design our new website. So I already got our domain up and running, and you'll start seeing that pretty soon in my next week planning about the progress of that website and different tasks that I'll need to add for that. But if you know me, which I'm sure you do, if you've seen some of my videos, I'm adding here highlighting the hourly time frame of my event. In this case, I have something going on in the morning, updating dashboards, my lunch times, when I need to pick up my toddler. And then I also like to add in just the top priorities at the very top. And those differ from my to-do list, because my to-do list really includes things that I can get done across the week. Although I will put them for that one specific day, that is still my target to try to get it completed. But if I don't, then I will go ahead and move that until the next day. So you will see that at the end of the week, where sometimes I will move certain tasks from my to-do across the week. Sometimes I just don't get to everything. And the great thing about this template, this A5 planning template, is that I combine my work, my side hustles, and also just my personal events that are happening. So you will see, things that I have to do for my home. An example, getting insurance for my vehicle, maybe sending a birthday gift, things like that. And then you'll also see update dashboards, send out an audit report. And then you'll see, website tasks that I need to do. So I try to really just group them together. But if there's not much going on, then I'll just put it all in the same list. But typically you will see work first, if I'm able to remember what I need to do. But typically any work priorities will be set up at the very top. In this case, you'll see that I have my agenda that I need to update for one of my tacticals. And then also having to prioritize the blog post that I want to go ahead and submit for this month. I am also so obsessed with these stickers. Aren't they so cute? Every time that I look, especially, I don't know why, but always on the first of each month, it just looks beautiful. Look at this. Aside from my pen smearing today, but other than that, I am adding the stickers to my agenda here. I think I've mentioned this before, but these stickers are also helpful so that I know what's coming ahead. Even if I just take a quick glance at these stickers, I can see okay, meeting, or, lunchtime, need to pay a bill. So it gives me a really good idea of what's going to happen, but they're also cute and fun. So, and if you don't know, but I do have some of these stickers on my stationery shop at goldenpapery.com, and they are absolutely beautiful. We have some faith-based stickers, we have some planning stickers, and I just love the variety that we have currently on our shop. But as I said, there's actually not much going on for this week as far as my personal life. I do have a church leaders meeting on Saturday, which you'll see here. But other than that, it should be pretty, I don't want to say easy because then I'll jinx myself, but it should be pretty easy this week as far as work. Um, I do have a couple of things that I need to do not this week, but like the second week of March. And so that will be a little bit hectic. But other than that, work has been great. I think also because we were able to finish out those dashboards in February, and it really does diminish some of the work that you need to do, because now the next steps are just getting, the feedback, making sure that things are working correctly before we actually launch it to the organization. But I'm adding here just some of the different, events that I have for Saturday. I don't feed my farm animals during the week. I actually feed them in the evening. Well, I said that wrong, but I don't feed them in the morning. We feed them in the evening. And that's also helpful because I can get my toddler to come with me and help me pick up the eggs from our chickens. And so Saturday is just one of those days that I absolutely love because we get to wake up, brush our teeth, go feed our animals in the morning for once, and then have our amazing big breakfast, or as we like to call it, our Vasquez breakfast. And my family knows exactly what that breakfast means. It's the whole shebang: pancakes, sausage, bacon, everything. So I'm excited for that. Hopefully that breakfast will hold us over until our leaders meeting, even though they did say that they are going to purchase pizza. So always a fun time. I also noticed that I have a lot of planning stickers that should there's no rule for these planning stickers, but I do have a couple of them that I'm going to be using on my faith planner. And I don't think I've shared this here, but maybe I can show you how I actually keep my sermon notes and just the planning as far as just church content related. And I actually use a bullet journal for that, not an A5 planner like this. I actually do keep my Bible notes and sermon notes separate from my A5 planner, and that's just because it's more freehand. It's on the go. I take it when necessary, so it just helps me really just focus that this is just for my Bible study rather than, having everything that I use throughout the day. Bible study is usually done in the very early morning or right before I go to bed when I pray, and so that's the reason why my bullet journal works perfectly for that. So I am now in the month of March. Like I did mention, I am adding just some quick notes of the events that I have coming this month, and we actually got some major ones. So all of my three sisters have their birthdays in March, which is amazing because they get to live out their life and share their birthdays together. But I also noticed that it really is like every month, especially in the beginning of the year, that we have something going on. I'm a January baby, then my brother's a February baby, and then we have my three sisters who are March babies. So it just kind of goes with the flow. We get it out of the way and we get moving. But one of my sisters is actually getting married, and so I will be driving down to South Texas to attend their wedding, and honestly, I'm looking forward to it. I have not been to a wedding in a while, and it's going to be nice to just see a lot of our family members. not only just from my mom's side, but also my dad's side. And then once the wedding is over, spring break is in full force. I know that my toddler wants to go to the beach and she wants to play Minecraft. And so there are just so many things that we have planned for spring break. I know that my future brother-in-law also wants to do like a quick egg hunt or egg painting. So lots of fun activities for the kids. I don't think I mentioned either, but there's actually a couple of nieces and nephews that I have, and so they're a good bunch where they honestly just love spending time with each other and they just love each other so much. And so we like to always plan activities for them so that not only they can have some time for just, fellowship, but also just, spend time with each other, connect with each other, making sure that they spend time with their family. And plus also it's a good little break for us adults to just kind of catch up and, get back to it. But I'm also checking off some of the goals that I did meet for the month of February. I did fall short on some of them. I was not able to save or put $3,000 on my Ranger as I had expected, but we still made a pretty big payment in clearing off one of the biggest credit cards that I had, and so, or one of the credit cards that we had in the family, and so that was amazing. But I will get to my goals in the next video and show you what I have. Other than that, thanks for joining me, and honestly, happy planning. Bye.